Hey guys, I'm the Berk and I do things, and today's video is going to be a little bit of everything, I feel like. So I decided I wanted to do some sort of a get ready with me because I haven't done updating in quite a while, and I just like brain dumped onto a piece of paper like the different things that were in my brain that I want to talk about. I feel like my brain is very full lately, like it just feels like it is at capacity. But I thought it would be fun to do my makeup with products that I have not used at all in the year 2021. I feel like I've mentioned this time and time again, but like I just have been like on like a routine doing my makeup the same every single day. So I thought, you know what, it's very easy for me to go in my makeup collection and grab an entire face of products I haven't used yet this year. So I have everything sitting in front of me and I'm just gonna chat with you guys. We are on hair washing day, so my hair's looked better. It's getting crazy long. I like want to get it cut, but it's also so easy to maintain when it's this long because I literally can just put it in a ponytail or in a bun and like go on with my day. So it's I'm like very much in the middle, but I can't tell you the last time it was this long. And I'm pretty sure, like, I feel like you might be able to see, but like probably around here down was the last time I dyed it, which was literally the day before I went to Ipsy Creator Day in 2019, which was in October. So everything up here is virgin hair. But yeah, if you guys are interested in seeing me using some makeup and just chatting about life and my full brain feelings, then keep on watching. Let's go. I very randomly chose products too. There wasn't a lot of rhyme or reason. It was just like a lot of picking and choosing. So the primer I'm going to go into today is the Porefessional Hydrate Primer. I feel like I don't have a lot in here. I can't remember if I tried panning this last year. I got this for free in PR from BoxyCharm and I don't really love it. It's not as bad as the original, but like it's not my favorite product ever. I thought I would start with updating everyone on Phoebe's health because I feel like I've talked about that a lot on this channel. I would say that for the most part, her reflux is finally just starting to get under control. It's not 100% there, but it's definitely over the last, I would say 2 weeks, been improving. She's just about 8 months, so it definitely has been a long time coming, to say the least. I'm trying to remember. She had a doctor's appointment. I don't think it was last week. I think it was the week before. Whatever her doctor's appointment was, she was just under 16 pounds and about 26 inches. So she's pretty tiny, but yeah, she's doing better in that regard. However, she does still scream through all her bottles. So that hasn't gone away. So we still are living with that nightmare multiple times a day. For concealer, I'm going to use this It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Illuminate. We have been doing a lot of like solids with her. I actually tried to get a pretty decent amount of solids in her daily because of her resistance to formula. I'm really trying to get her eating probably more solids than she needs to at her age. Like I offer 3 times a day versus less because I need her to like be gaining weight at a healthy state. And I think she's like, as far as like formula consumption that she is needed daily, she's at like the very bottom. And not because we're not offering it, because she's just like refusing. She has been off Alimentum for a bit now. Once they ruled out a dairy allergy, we were able to switch formulas. So she's just on Similac Pro Advanced now, which like her body's digesting it fine. She just hates drinking out of a bottle. All right, for foundation, I'm gonna go in with one of my old favorites. This is the L'Oreal Pro Glow. And they did say like if we can get her drinking out of a sippy cup, we can always offer formula out of a sippy cup. But we've also had issues with sippy cups because she doesn't fully get that she has to like literally hold the cup above her head like that. So that hasn't been going super great, that skill. I will say this past week we got her pretty good at drinking out of a straw. However, I don't think she would drink out of a straw multiple. I feel like that was too dark. Hold on. I have a lighter shade here. I'm gonna add a little bit of the lighter shade because this is way too dark. Like I was saying, she wouldn't be able to drink that much out of she wouldn't be able to just like drink formula out of a straw all day. Like that's not reliant to me. Like, yeah, sure, she can sip on some water and ideally down the line we're going to hope that we can start offering her some smoothies, but like that's a very exciting like achievement we've reached. but also like I still can't, like I just cannot wait till the day we don't have to give her a bottle anymore. It's been 8 long months. It's also very uncomfortable when people are like, oh, can I feed the baby? And you literally have to be like, no, she's just going to, like, she doesn't just like yell, like she physically tries to like escape your arms because she hates drinking formula out of a bottle that much. Today, she doesn't need a bottle anymore. For a cream bronzer, I'm gonna go in with the Hoola Quickie Contour Stick. I'm pretty sure this is something else I tried to pan last year. There's really not a lot in here. Currently though, I'm unofficially trying to pan the Milk Makeup one, so maybe if I finish that one, I'll move to this. Also, in regards to Phoebe's health, we did have our potential first allergic reaction. We've been doing kind of a combination of purees and offering some solid foods, and one of the solids we did offer was eggs, and because it's a high risk allergen, we weren't going to introduce anything for 3 days after we first introduced eggs, and it was literally the first food that she not only was like putting in her mouth and biting and chewing on, it's the first food that she both was doing that and then swallowing and not just like spitting it out like, oh, what do I do with this? Bleh. So we were very excited. And then on the 3rd day of trying eggs, she had a rash on her tummy and her back. So we've had to take a pause on eggs. I'm gonna go in with the Flower Beauty Blush Balm in the shade Pinched. We did send pictures to her doctor, and her doctor said to come in and what we discussed, because we don't know if it was just like an allergic reaction, if it was a sensitivity, like we don't really know what happened, and we need to kind of investigate now if she has an allergy, or was it just like, you know, some sort of a fluke thing. I don't really know. Basically, her doctor is on vacation, and we could go see another doctor at the pediatrician, but since like she had the reaction, I gave her some Benadryl, and then the next morning she woke up and the rash was completely gone, and she never really appeared in any type of discomfort. We're just not offering eggs, and she has an appointment the 2nd week of September after we get back from our trip. Because I forgot to say, we are going on a trip this Friday. There will not be a Target Tuesday this coming week. We're going to upstate New York. My family rented a house together. I'm going in with the Milk Makeup highlighter stick in the shade Turnt, which looks like this. And I mean, I'm excited. It's gonna be Phoebe's first like real sort of vacation. We went to the Jersey Shore for like 2 nights in the beginning of summer, but this is like her first road trip, which I am very nervous about. I feel like my foundation is still really too dark. I'm just gonna even it out a little. I think I used a way too self-tan shade, and I'm not that self-tanned right now. Could be worse. But I will say, I'm not thrilled with the Delta variant at the time of this, because, you know, we all got vaccinated, and I felt like so relieved. Like I was like, finally we can get through this nightmare and like move on, and now kids are getting it, so welcome to my stress. I'm gonna set under my eyes with the Joa Blur makeup setting powder. It's just, I already dealt with like being pregnant and not being allowed to do anything, and then I had a newborn and I had to audit everyone who wanted to meet her, and I was like ready to be done with that lifestyle, and now I feel like all over again I have to like be like, well, are you hanging around unvaccinated people? Oh, and then you have to deal with people who aren't vaccinated and being like, no, you cannot see the baby. Literally, her pediatrician said you're not allowed to, so that's fun too. For brows, I'm gonna go in with a NYX combination. I have the Fill and Fluff Brow Pencil along with the Control Fake Brow Gel. We also are, I don't know if this is a big change in topic, but we've had a lot of discussions about what we want to do about the house, because I feel like we bought this house always knowing it was our starter home. It's just a little townhome. We always knew that we were going to want something eventually, like a single family with like a full backyard and stuff. Like we don't have a backyard here. And we've kind of come to the realization that we're probably going to have to stay in this house longer than we anticipated. So we have to make this house more, what's the word? More kid-friendly, I guess. So the one thing we always knew we wanted to do with this house was put a new deck in, because the deck that this house came with, I think it's the original deck of the house. It's so small. You couldn't even put a table and chairs on this deck. It's so small. And not to mention, the wood on it is in terrible condition. It's like green. It's gross. we always knew that to be able to resell this house, we were going to need to put a deck on to kind of add something to it. And now with Phoebe getting older, I'm like, we don't really have anywhere fenced in, so to speak. So our deck would be like a fenced in area for her to play in a little bit more safely. So we're working on, you know, designing a deck and all that stuff, but it's really not fun. It's not fun trying to come up with decisions and stuff, and I'll be really happy when it's done, but the process like leading up to like designing a deck and everything is just, it's not my cup of tea. I am like just like so overwhelmed looking in the mirror. I feel like I'm like in like a full beat right now because I've been wearing like tinted moisturizers all summer, and the L'Oreal is like quite a full coverage, and then that Joa powder was like very mattifying. So I just feel like there's a lot going on right now. The other thing we kind of decided we want to work on is our basement. We do have a finished basement here, but it was like poorly finished, I guess you could say. Not even poorly finished, but like it just has like a really cheap, like old nasty rug. And it was already like nasty when we moved here. Like it was a really bad condition rug, but like I don't like hang out in our basement very much. But I think what we want to do is we want to get a new rug, but we want to put padding under the rug because right now the rug is just sitting on the cement and it's just like cold. I'm gonna go in with this Catrice Sun Lover bronzer. This used to be one of my favorites. I don't actually think they make it anymore, but I'm gonna use it today. It's just been trying to figure out that, and also like a rug that's like a good rug to get because we have cats. Like I don't want a rug they're going to be able to easily destroy because I feel like they've already done a number in the basement as it is. I just feel like ever since we had the baby, they act out even more. Like Mario's new thing is he likes to try to, and sometimes successfully, jump behind the refrigerator. He's become quite the little naughty troublemaker. He loves Phoebe and loves giving her attention and getting attention from her, but he's acting out lately. I'm gonna go in with the Cover FX Blush Duo. I have the shade Warm Honey. I haven't used this in forever, and it was on sale during the 21 Days of Beauty sale, and I was thinking about how much I think this is overhyped, so I thought maybe I'd try it again to see if I think it has the hype. I just remember feeling like, why is this $40? I think that was my problem. I didn't think it was like an ugly blush, but I just was like, why is it $40? Like even I paid $19 for it, I think in another 21 Days of Beauty sale. Even that felt like a lot. Yeah, like I feel like it looks pretty, but I don't understand the price point at all. Speaking of 21 Days of Beauty, I don't know if I'm really gonna get anything. I think if I get anything, there are two things on my maybe list. The Nabla Bronzer, because that was in another 21 Days of Beauty sale and I couldn't get it because the color I wanted sold out. So that's on my maybe because I love the blush. Love the blush. I was wearing the blush in Target Tuesday this week. Then the other thing is I saw the Buxom blushes will be on sale and I've always wanted to try them. So that might be one too that I get. But other than that, I don't really know. Also, I don't really need makeup, obviously, but I want makeup. I'm gonna go in with Too Faced Pumpkin Spice from last year. I definitely haven't used this since last fall and I'm filming this on September 1st. So let's go. I also, did I mention today, this morning, I finally started vlogging again. So potentially and hopefully vlogs will be returning. At least that is the plan. I really just didn't know how to get back into it. I guess that's the problem. I honestly tried many times throughout this year to start vlogging, and I have just like random vlog clips from throughout the year that just like would not fit together in any manner. If you want those random clips somehow mashed together in their own video, it's mainly from like May and June. Let me know and I'll try to do something. I literally have like one random clip from the day we had Phoebe. Like, it's just like, it's very random stuff, what I have. I also, now that I am a mom, I find that self-care is like a whole new beast. Like, I feel like I was bad at self-care way before becoming a mom. Like, it was not a strong suit for me. And I feel like now that I'm a mom, I feel like I use Phoebe, like making sure Phoebe's okay as like self-care. Like if Phoebe's okay, I'm okay. Like, and I don't think that's how that's supposed to work. So I don't know. If you are a parent, what do you do as your form of self-care? When I do my makeup, I try to make that like part of a self-care routine, but lately I find I've only been doing my makeup if I am sitting down and filming. So in that case, is it self-care or is it like getting ready to film? I don't know. I did wind up actually buying a self-care journal. I don't know if I've ever honestly journaled. No, I know I haven't. I mean, like when I was like a really, really little kid in elementary school, I used to have a diary. It was 101 Dalmatian diary. I would love to find that someday. I'm sure it's in my parents' basement. I wound up buying this like self-care journal, and it kind of gives you like a daily prompt of like a type of self-care to partake in. And I feel like that's been helpful just because like I feel like I never know what to do. And I feel like someone just being like, do this is helpful. Like yesterday it said to unplug for an hour and I didn't want to, but Scott did it with me and we just spent an hour with no phones, just playing with Phoebe. And that was nice, but also it was like it makes me realize how much I use my phone for more than just like the internet. Like I don't have a watch. So like I sometimes was like, I wonder what time it is if I was in a room in our house that didn't have a clock, or we were like outside just like blowing bubbles and I was like, what time is it? Like I did not know. I really do like this palette. I know that they came out with one that's just like so similar to all their palettes, and like I don't fault them for that, because if people really do like these palettes and they get them every year and that's like their thing, like the Too Faced holiday palettes, like it makes sense. They are good quality, but I don't know. This one just seems still to me like different than the others because it has, I guess, more color variation. I want to go in with this. This is my Seraphim Botanicals Liquid Kohl Eyeliner. This is definitely my oldest liquid liner, and I want to see if it's even like still got juice or if it's time for it to be decluttered. Ooh, I need to get some eyeshadow off my face. Oh, I forgot to mention I did use some of the NYX glitter primer before I put on the shimmer. Anyway, like I was saying, self-care and being a mom is confusing. And like mom guilt is like, let me just tell you something. I'm not somebody who really ever, it's not that I don't feel guilty, but like I am very much like a, I don't think B word's the right word, but like I'm like a, oh well, oh yeah, this is done. I need to get something different. Okay, I'm just gonna use this to shape it out, then I'll get something different. Time to retire this. Okay, I can't even use this one. This is all done. All done. I feel like I'm talking to Phoebe. I'm just using my normal Physicians Formula one. Call me a cheater. Anyway, I'm not somebody who really feels guilty like, oh, I didn't, like, if I forget to text you back or I don't answer the phone call. Like, I'm not really someone who like feels like a lot of guilt. I'm just like, oh well, mom guilt, man, that hit like a car crash. I was not prepared. And I don't know how people cope with mom guilt. Wow, my wings are so uneven. I'm just realizing now I've never in my YouTube channel, on my YouTube channel, wow, so bad and uneven. That's amazing. How did I get them so uneven? I've never actually commented on 5K subscribers, but I just want to thank everyone because that is very exciting. It's kind of like an like it's a number that like I can't fully like grasp. It's so high. I don't know. I didn't expect it. Like I just felt like my channel stopped growing in 2020 and that like nothing was ever really gonna happen from it. 5K is a pretty cool number. Not gonna lie. When I started this channel, I wouldn't have expected that. I'm going in with this Ulta Beauty Gel Liner in the shade Peacock. Yes, so thanks everyone. I'm really appreciative. I also know that this year I have been the absolute worst at responding to comments. I really need to get better at it. I read all my comments. I just have so little time that, you know, trying to like even have time to edit is like a beast in itself, and filming. So sometimes I wind up like not getting around to responding to comments, and it's not that I'm never going to, I need to like find time to do it. I feel like that just irritated my eye. I don't know. Maybe I'm making it up. I'm gonna go in with a spray. This is the Sweet Chef Ginger Kombucha Vitamin D Chill Mist. This was one of my favorites of 2019, and I definitely have not used it this year. And then I'm just gonna set my face a teeny tiny bit with the Physicians Formula Healthy Powder. I don't really feel like I need too much because I used lots of powder products today, I feel like, compared to what I normally do. I definitely also still have like a lot of postpartum symptoms, I guess they're called, that just like never go away, and I'm assuming they're here for life. I don't have like a unused mascara, so I'm just going in with the e.l.f. Keep Your Curl. Like, I never in my entire life had a migraine, and now the week of my period, it's just like a week of a migraine. It's terrible. I mean, if I get on top of it and take Excedrin, if I can feel one coming on, I won't get it. But it's just like, I went from no migraines to just like all the migraines, and that's been fun. Also, like, when I was pregnant, I had this weird sensation, I suppose, where like my entire stomach, the skin was like so, I guess sensitive might be the word. I don't even know. But it was like, if nothing could touch my stomach without me feeling like very uncomfortable. So I always had to wear like very tight like pants, whatever they were. If there was tight jeans or tight leggings that went over the bump, so that whatever shirt I was wearing wouldn't like rub on my skin. And now I still have that, something very similar from my belly button down. Like from my belly button up, the feeling went away, but from my belly button down, it's still like almost like a tingling numbness. I don't know. And I assume it's probably from the C-section, but it's just weird. It's a weird feeling to always have. Also, my C-section incision, every once in a while, it likes to just like hurt. Completely unprovoked. I can just like feel pain in it for no reason. I think I'm gonna go in with a little bit more blush. I feel like some of it went away, so I'm just gonna add some more blush. I also do want to say, like, I feel like a lot of my fullness of my brain is a lot about Afghanistan. I feel like I'm having a difficult time really like coping with everything. I feel like, as you know, one of the children who witnessed 9/11, and it was like my first real like traumatic event of life, you know, 20 years later, like it's not a very, I don't feel like resolved. I don't feel like I have a resolution. I feel like I lived through a second Vietnam, you know? I don't know. I'm just very uncomfortable with the conclusion. For lips, I'm gonna do a liquid lipstick and a lip gloss. So I'm gonna go with this Revlon Ultra HD Matte Lip Color in the shade Seduction. This is definitely one of my OG faves from a couple years ago. Then I'm going to top it with a Buxom Lip Polish. This is the shade Hazel. This came out in last year's fall collection, and it's pumpkin spice scented. And I did see that they came out with new shades this year. I think what they did last year was they did 2 polishes and 2 creams, and then like one of each was pumpkin scented and the other one was apple, I think. Regardless, I love the polish formula more than the cream formula. I just feel like they make really good toppers. I think I hit everything. Let me see if there's anything like I really wanted to hit on. No, I think I got everything. That is like a lot of what's been consuming my brain lately. Let me know if you guys liked this style of Get Ready With Me where I just used products I never use. I mean, I feel like it came out really well. I can't believe that like I used to wear full coverage so much. I feel like it's a lot easier wearing less coverage because I feel like it's like settling right there. I can see it. But regardless, I'm still happy with the way it came out. I had a lot of fun playing with my old makeup because I feel like kind of like the self-care thing, like if I don't have a reason to do it, I'm not gonna do it. So this is like almost my self-care, if you know what I'm saying. But yeah, that was it for this video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about any of the brain fullness I spoke of in this video. As usual, thanks for stopping by my channel. If you're new here, click the subscribe button and ring that bell for notifications. I have my Twitter and my Instagram down below. Give them a follow, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys!